Here we are. Live. Normally. Yep. Perfect. So today I'm just here to learn a bit of Rust thanks to the Linux Foundation portal, because I realized there were like so many things available in this portal, this training portal. So we're gonna use it. Yep. So that's what's happening today. Something else. Put this here. I prepare the screens. We've got this going on. Okay. So it was tricky to find the Streamlabs. Voila. So here we are. I've been reading it before going live, and I was thinking maybe I'm not the only one wanting to learn this. And because we like to learn with people sometimes, let's get back in time into that together. There is a few cards that actually got my attention. So here, chapter reviews explain how Rust is a game changer. I think we can read it if you want it. Top reasons. Does this fit into the screen? It's not especially perfect. Yeah, okay, here we go. So, voila. You get these reasons, good ones. And there is explaining why ownership and vault checkers are important. So you avoid common errors that can lead to crashes and security risks. And if you go to ownership systems, in the Rust documentation, which is somewhere up there, you understand the reason. Let's go quickly. So what is it's a set of rules that governs how a Rust program manages memory. All programs have to manage the way they use the computer memory while running, and because of this, you don't have to program the machine to empty the memory because it does it by itself, because the value is stored in a certain way. Okay, I got to read more deeply about that, but you get the thing. Voilà. So yeah, it can compile if it doesn't check certain rules. So voilà. So this safety, it's handled like in C and C++. Give you freedom, but can introduce errors. And yeah, can lead to crashes and slow performance and security vulnerability. So yeah, this leads to this page we've seen before. So it's still not quite centered. Let's get my camera edit because it's big enough already. That should be fine, yeah. Memory safety and borrow checkers. Rust also comes with a feature called borrow checker. This tool sets up rules about how your program can access data, especially when multiple. Okay, I gotta. Where is it? Yeah. Especially when multiple parts need to read or modify the same data. So borrow checker ensures that at any given time, either one part of your code can change a piece of data, or multiple factors can read it, but not both. Or multiple factors can read it, but not both. But here, the factor name is a bit obscure to me. So we'll see this probably in practice. Huh? Because a factor is not a data. C'est a bit. That's okay. Data, photo. This prevents tricky bugs when different program parts try to mess with the same data simultaneously. By working together, the ownership system and the borrow checkers help you avoid several types of common mistakes. Null pointer dereferences. Null pointer So there is null and there is d. That's okay. A lot of none. Rest ensures that variables that are supposed to refer to location in memory do. Rest ensures that variables that are supposed to refer to a location in memory do. Yeah, well, I should pull up like a while so we can check this thing sometime. The thing is, I haven't. I think it's not possible to compile it on this laptop today. Let's do that. Apparently, doing it every day is not necessary. Especially when you don't run a crazy server. I'm pretty sure I cannot run it right now. Let's see what's missing. Well, I mean, I kind of installed half of the thing. Maybe. Oh, yeah, that one. Which one do I run? Why is the McFly? Dun, dun, dun. It's not necessarily what I'm looking for. Do we have both here? Attends, regarde où... How do you check it? Oh my... It's not possible. Shit. Oh. So I install it here. Yeah, well, let's get back to Rust, and we'll do that after I'm gonna get lost in the source. Rust also comes with a feature called power checkers. This tool set of rules about your program can. So this buffer overflow, Rust ensure you only accidentally read or write data within the boundaries of an array or list. Other safety vulnerabilities include dangling pointers. Double phrase, buffer overflow, data raise, deadlocks, violation, undefined behavior. Okay, cool. So performance is good because you can access, you can control it from low level, from the hardware, from the kernel, basically. Which is the point. Predictable memory layout and zero abstractions. So yeah, let's see what zero abstraction is. After level. This control is crucial when you need your program to run fast or use memory efficiently. Whether you are trying to make the most out of limited system resources or optimizing for speed, Rust provides the tools to fine-tune your program. This is especially useful for things like embedded systems, where every bit of performance can count. Voila. So zero abstraction, I was there when I started streaming. When I realized it was something we might all want to know. But it's more fun together. Pattern matching. Option and results enum, closures, generics, iterator and combinator, resource acquisition is initialization. So that's the zero cost abstraction in Rust. Oh. So closure, these are functions you can create on the fly within your code, similar to lambdas in other languages. They help write concise, customizable code, and again, they are designed to keep your program going. That's it. Yeah, I need an example. Generics. This feature lets you write flexible code with generics. This feature lets you write flexible code with different data types. The beauty is that these adaptations are stored out when you compile your code, not while running it, which keeps things speedy. Sure thing. Iterators and combinators. These tools help you work with sequences of data. They can make your code both more concise and more efficient. Functions like map, filter, and fold let you process data collection in a functional programming style without a speed penalty. Isn't it amazing? Resources acquisition is initialization, right? I suppose this is called. This is a principle REST uses to manage resources like memory or file handles automatically. When these resources are no longer needed, REST cleans them up for you, helping to prevent leaks and other issues without introducing any performance cost. What form does it take, though? Is it a line of code? Is it a library that you just have to call? I don't get that part in here. Characteristic performance. So what is predictable memory layout in Rust? Your data is organized in memory can significantly impact performance. So Rust lets you control this layout to optimize speed and efficiency. For example, you can be particular about how structures in Rust occupy memory. Particular. Which is essential when interacting with other software systems or optimizing your data structure. Rust ensures that the layout of these structures is consistent and that there are no hidden surprises like extra spacing between elements. Wow! This is crucial for maximizing your system memory and processing cache. Rust also designs its enums and variable. Enums is, entre parenthèses, kinds of variables that can be one of several types, which we've seen somewhere. Can you check this in the left? Yeah. Caches where was the rest? The whole type. So that they're efficient and predictable in memory. All this control enables you to write faster and more efficient program, making less extensions. Concurrency! What is concurrency? Look at this. Writing concurrent software is essential for making the most of modern multi-core processors. Still, it can be risky due to the inherent complexity, such as data races, deadlocks, and other concurrency-related issues. Others provide an iterative approach to tackle these challenges, making it simpler and safer to write concurrent code, which is the ownership model that we've seen just before. The ownership model prevents issues as seen in the following graphic. Why is it not centered? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Task 1, task 2. Why is there 2 task 1? What? 2 tasks updating a shared variable with an unknown outcome. So that's the unknown outcome. But why is the unknown outcome come back to the task 1 label at least? That's a mystery. That's a mystery. And why is there a number there? That's the number of cycles or the number of memory space, or I don't know what is it. I can guess all day. Okay. Rest ownership model. Rest Unix ownership model is foundational. Foundational? Yeah, that's the word. Foundational. Okay. So it's so read. It's not difficult. Okay. To its approach to concurrency. In Rest, each piece of data is owned by a single entity, be it a variable, function, or data structure. This guarantees that only one part of your program can change the data at any time, with some uncommon exceptions. When applied on concurrent settings, you should need a notorious issue of a database. The ownership model ensures that when data is shared between multiple threads, only one line can have mutable access. Only one line. Making unintentional overwrites or out-of-order executions is impossible. Yeah, the same thing we were saying before, they just repeat the thing over and over again. Board checker. Just like in memory safety, the board checker shines in the context of concurrency. Okay, I think I'm gonna be just very deep into this. Like concurrency, meaning in Rust. Thank you very much. Like simple sentence. Ah, but I have magic happening. Very high if I tap this. Yeah, but it's explained, but it's not. Okay, okay. In the whatever, I understand myself. Concurrent code that is both performant and reliable. Concurrent code. Concurrent code. So that just means that it's like a code that makes sense. It isn't. It's like reproducible or something. Allowing only permissive data access and modification patterns. If a thread needs to read shared data, the borrow checker ensures that no other thread is simultaneously written to it. Writing? Yeah, okay. Likewise, if a line needs to write to shared data, the borrow checker ensures that no other thread is reading or writing to the data simultaneously. The borrow checker has written the perfect helpful message to guide you. Threads and asynchronous task. Well, the ownership model in the borrow checker provides a theoretical framework. Rust also gives you practical tools to write concurrent code. This includes built-in support for threads and asynchronous tasks. The threading API in Rust standard library is straightforward and abstract over the underlying operating system's threading capabilities. This makes it easier to spawn, control, and coordinate threads. Asynchronous programming in Rust is facilitated through the async await syntax and supported by powerful libraries like Tokyo and Sync standard. This is particularly useful for handling in and outbound tasks efficiently without resorting to the complexity and overhead of managing multiple operating system level threads. Bla 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 bla. C'est pas tout ça quoi. Compiler guarantees. The most comforting feature of Rust. the compiling time guarantees it offers. the concurrency approach, bla bla bla. Bref, ok, cool. This level of assurance and matches method. Beep boom, bada boom, beep boom, bada boom. Ah! We got a Danny in the chat. I'm so sorry, you've been talking. Sorry. Wow, it's been a long time. Hello Tani, if you're still around. Okay, so to get back to the beginning. Are you here? Are you still here? Yeah, you seen that? That was crazy happening, like focusing time. So I will read your comments from top right now. So, got a question. Do you still use the Linux system we set up together? You already asked me that a long time ago, and I told you you could turn it off. Because life. But if you prefer me to use this, I can use it. Huh? I mean, you know, it's I think it's a waste of money for now. I'm a surprise space, but it's still Astrid. I am a surprise. Why did you say that? But it's still Astrid that lets you organize concurrent tasks. You're forgetful. Wow, non mais quand même, I mean like, how long? I haven't checked. I hope it's okay. So, to use an analogy, imagine a chef in a restaurant who can only do one thing at a time. Example, wash ends, cut onions, put something in the oven. The chef can still do things concurrently. Oh, thank you! You answered my question. Each shop, example, chop some of the onion, take something out of the oven, go back to chopping onions. So concurrently. It is okay. So where is it? Where is it? It's okay, concurrence, here. So you say this includes building support for threads and asynchronous task. So yeah, so you can like separate the code into special parts. That means that, I suppose. While parallel will go to get another check to help you do things together. Concurrence between threads, parallel alongside with someone else or does a project or another code or another directory. something. So yeah, you're being helpful. You always are. So here we are, and then async programming is really named. Yeah. Well, when you say async, I think about Node.js, about listening to an event, waiting the response of another page on the web, like for that. But here, I'm not sure it's the same thing. It's probably the similar. Yeah, Node.js with callbacks. Yeah, that's it. That's the name. Functional programming capabilities. So are you writing in Rust a lot these days? What's your language of the moment? Instead of blocking it, ask something else to do it. Okay, async programming, instead of blocking I'm not writing it without commas. Instead of blocking, it asks something else to do it. So you can so the compile can keep going to the next line while it's waiting for the response of the previous line. You like onions, huh? I think it's like a sous chef telling everyone else what to do. You get onions and tell me when you're done. You fail. Okay, I get it, I think. So Rust fully embrace functional programming concepts, incorporating features like higher order functions, closures, and iterators. higher order functions allow for operations like map, filter, and hold. But if the sous-chef is the only one in the kitchen, he can say it out loud and spin in a circle and do it himself. And this is called an if loop, an if well, an if then, a what in Rust. What's the reference for this? Do we have an example of this in our like really? There is a function here. But voilà. This is the only function of the entire file. I don't know where it is. Usually what happens is a sync task up and usually what happens is a sync task ends up on a list of tasks that get executed. So imagine making a to-do list on a whiteboard and anyone can do the task. If 10 people show up to help, then they can take ownership of the next task and do the work. That's how async works. Like you mean in specifically a Rust or like in all time events in every language? You mean like if there is more resources to complete the function, they will take ownership according to their speed of reach to the function and compile it, and the faster they get it done, the faster they can go to the next function. Yeah, most event systems work like that. Yeah, okay. So each worker takes the next available task, does it, reports back. Reports back in which form? Like in an error message, in a completion message? How do you call that? It's not an error, in status message? How do you know it's completed? Height reports back depends on the system. You mean the OS or the software, the system? Some can mark the task complete. That's a promise. A promise. you say, I don't know, the promise. I think. Others might generate new tasks. Reporting back is optional? Really? Why? I mean, if you don't have a lot of space and you have to save because money or because of a CPU. Do this as fast as possible, and if it doesn't work, then ignore the failure and move on. And then I think why? Okay. Many logging systems work like this. Log this message, but if it fails, don't try again and don't report. Yeah, but if it fails, that means that we don't get the result that we want. So how can we move on if it fails? Because someone else will take the task on? It relies on other resources? If it were to report back the failure, then it will try logging the failure and that failed too. Ah yeah, so you don't want reports. Yeah, but how can you difference? Must have, I mean, must have a way to differentiate an error from a successful outcome based on the length of the result or something. So you could still report it. Don't you think? Back could it? Why? Okay, if you say so. Anyway. This is fascinating. I mean, maybe a success outcome could take like gigabytes for some systems, and others will be like 2 kilos. So maybe that's why you cannot. I don't know anything. So an example in Go of something that never reports back. Go function format printline hello. And then the closed with nothing functioning. okay. The go in front tells it to run in async mode. Ah. Okay. That's a long road, huh? You're very patient. Yeah. By the way, this is not an easy topic, you're doing well. Okay, never mind. So, function of, I don't know what you call the curly bracket after. So, the function calls something inexistent into the curly bracket. I'm not into, but yeah, I don't know what to say this line, but I can read it. This university has an advanced topic over at least a month and you're getting it in stream or two. Yeah, but I've also been reading a lot for many years. I just haven't built much of anything. That's my big problem. So, was there any question left? I was reading too. What was you writing? That lady? I played lots of guitar and recorded some practice sessions to listen to myself. You mean at the time you were at university? I mean, if you were? So I can see myself and see that, but I, you know, I have a story also. I don't know if I told you that. I meant this last month. Yeah. I know you've been playing guitar. I've seen, I've heard some of it. I think you sent. So yeah, keep doing this. Is a great way to express yourself. And yeah, for the little story on the side, I used to record myself a lot, like how do you say that? Singing, slamming, or whatever you say. And getting in the flow with my words. It was so good for me, like getting to know myself and all. Yeah, you see. And then I used to play a lot more guitar than I do now, and I'm excited because I had everything I needed at the time. I have even I have a keyboard and all that I don't use because the keyboard is too. I cannot figure out how to link this laptop to this, and my other laptop is dead old, and so yeah, the sound is not great. Whatever, it's not an excuse. I should use it. Anyway, so yeah, keep playing music with life. So, reste expressive and modern. What makes rest expressive and modern? Because there is operation like map, filters, and fold. You can map values, filter them, and fold them into other variables. What is a fold? What is a fold? It's not even in the title of it, so good luck finding. What was the name of it? Literature, analyzed 400 sheets, functional programming capabilities, letting developer change sequence, operation, one collection exclusively. To invest in my chair. That's a thing. I'm sitting on a pillow. Literature. Hey, Danny. You here? You know what? I'm going to follow them, that's for sure. They secured all the steps to get there this weekend. I was like, I gotta do something. So I'm gonna have a nice beginning of month, next month. Anyways, what is the time? Oh, yeah. You mean your connection? Oh, you're probably busy. It's like middle of the morning for you. Okay, good. So if you missed it, I just said I secured my travel to Fosden this weekend. So my life gonna get better. Yeah. Yeah, woohoo, hein? Yeah. N'est-ce pas, n'est-ce pas? This is absolutely amazing. Meet a lot of people. Well, hopefully. I don't know how much word will come out of my mouth, but I will get there. How many? Ask a newcomer like yourself can help. Ask a newcomer. Ah! Okay. Yeah, yes, that's good. Good one. You know what? I asked ChatGPT to help me having the conversation with tech people. It was actually interesting, huh? That put like really She's useful too a lot. I love ChatGPT. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, sure, sure. Well, I will ask, but you know, usually teams are filled. You get to learn. You get to have been practiced. You get to have practiced like a language for like 2 years, which is not my case yet. I will get there. When I will apply to some jobs, I will have 2 years going on, like worth of knowledge. But for now, yeah, I just want to be around people that think like things I think I want, like be around. You know, because my life is very different than here. Than here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. Appreciate. Mm, what's that? What's that? Yeah, thinking person. Are you thinking? I wonder if I think. I love emojis. Names in Rust are algebraic data type can have been developed to define a type that can take on finite state. What? My favorite emoji combo is a commentary on some Instagram people. I think I never seen this emoji, this the emoji of this Instagram people. Really? That's okay. I see what you mean. You gotta be symmetrical. Try your best, people. Be good to yourself and all. 2024. I'm wondering now, because you spend a lot of your days like writing documentation, but also like you still do a lot of coding in a way, but it's not like it's like do you write automation tools still, or do you write the documentation for the tool? Whatever needs to be done. Yeah, okay. You very multitask. You've got a Lilo's card. So, what do you use the most to write automation? Is it like only bash languages in a way, or do you use like data, like SQL stuff? What do you use? I cannot figure right now. Python, Scala, like what do you use? If you don't care, you just write it. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. But when you write your code, you must write your documentation on your side, on the side, like on HackMD, for example. So why don't you use this and put it on the official website, and then you certify it? Even if there is not much information, it's still nothing. I mean, you must have followed a baseline when you wrote the automation tool, for example. You don't just write the code from line 1 to 3100. Like, you must follow a pattern. Been busy. Yeah, you see, it can save you so much time. And then you add a bit of your own words in it, but basically it can do the work, yeah, like mash the work. How do you say this? Yeah, it can help you, basically. Yeah, sure. Yeah, as long as you read and make sure it is accurate. Cannot replace critical thinking. Yeah, don't blindly put something on top of your website without checking. Click this because it's been an hour. You look at this thing. So, I have a question. How do you pronounce Ganit? Ganitak. 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 Was it the way you imagined? Just curious now. I'm just, yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. Like, tiny get, but, again, it's like, that's funny. Yeah, exactly. If you swap letters, yeah, sure. It incorporates an array of modern language features like closures, thread-based generics, lifetimes, and async-await syntax. Cool. This thing can, yes, it can extend. Okay. I saw a meme the other day. Someone posted in Reddit that they are an expert at identifying birds. Someone posted a photo of some rare bird asking what it is, and the up replied, "Yes, that is indeed a bird." Wow, so much information. This is really like, he was like genuinely saying he was an expert, or was it a, is it a meme to say something that you don't have to trust what everybody says online? what? What is it about? I think they were setting it up. Like they were just opening their account, and so they could not answer like deeply. like, you know. Well, ah. Okay, so there is a difference. You gotta. Was it an AI? It must be like it's easy for like an AI to understand what is a bird, I suppose. But which one is more? It's difficult because you've got to have a million references of books that are now like under trouble to get because like copyrights, you know. Also, did it actually identify the bird? Well, I don't know. Did you ask? What did he? What? What was the? What? How was the picture? Example: someone made a bear identifier to determine whether it's a black bear or a polar bear. Turns out he didn't actually look at the bear. Did it look at if there were eyes? Okay, cool, interesting. Yeah, but could be into water. Both could go into water. Huh? So you could put a photo of a tiger and it will say black bear. Ah yeah, ah, that's sad. Ah yeah, so yeah. Or put a penguin and it will say polar bear. Uh-huh. And why don't they focus on the actual animal? Why do they occult the actual object of the conversation? How is it easier to detect the environment than the thing that is in front? First plan. Because it could be, because there is more information. It could be a tiny thing on the side. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So could they identify humans? How do they identify humans? A human can be anywhere. You know? What's the conversation? There is a technique to identify humans or other things. Do they reach for the eyes or for the motion or for the ground level? What do they use? A way to isolate only the pixels that you care about. Image segmentation. So focusing on the face, I imagine. So it will make a mask that only has a human or a bear. How much data do you need to make an efficient AI for detecting one person? Yeah. How big is the library now? That's, how do you store this much information? Maybe less than 10 now. What was I asked many questions. How many images do you need to identify one person? Yeah, but in a sea of images, one shot, one perfect shot. Because the distance between your eyes is unique or something. Only good enough. Well, how do you build such a system without that is so secure that you can build it? I mean, how do you trust that the image won't leak somewhere? I mean, there is pictures of people everywhere, so that's not the problem. But that's more the tool. How do you keep it in the people of in the hands of people that want to do crazy stuff with it? It must be difficult. Like self-driving cars only need to be better than the average driver at most. Yeah, I've seen recently a video of a Tesla, like driving itself out of a puddle, like a huge puddle in the parking spot, and like the guy like brings the car towards him, and it could still drive with this much water on the floor, on the ground. Because I presume it's looking for the surroundings, like the environment, not only the lines on the floor, but how deep, like the distance between the light bulb, bulb and the ground, wherever the camera is. Something. So yeah, there's so much things we can be doing with this, like, oh no. That's interesting, but I want to know how to do this stuff, but more like for climate change, rescue, and space. That's the most things I want to do. Apparently Tesla can float for short periods of time and you can spin the wheels to move forward. This could save someone who gets stuck in water unexpectedly. Yeah, sure. But it must be a very cold waters, because if it's a pool, okay, but imagine you're in a river, like in the sea. No, I don't suppose you get in the sea like that, but I mean the ocean. But it's okay. Yeah, good thinking. Can float because it's so hermetic. Must be like so doors and all. Like this is why the sound is so down, put like different. How you say? Like. Move the word. Oh yeah, sure. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out. Made my evening much funnier than expected. Take care. So to get back to this thing I was doing, like a Rust ecosystem and community. I need to finish to read this, it's not long, look at that. To read this. Okay. I want to change lights. I will do that. So, cargo and crates. One of Rust's most impactful contributions to the programming world is its package manager, Cargo. Not only does Cargo handle package dependencies, but it also simplifies the build process, test execution, and documentation generation. Cargo boosts development speed and ensures reproducibility across different environments by acting as a centralized scope system for managing crates. Whether you're building a small CLI tool or a complex web app, Cargo streamlines the entire process. You can easily add dependencies with a single Cargo tunnel. Look at that. We're gonna check the tunnel already. By adding these lines, you can change everything in your life. Anyhow, so we sticked with the okay. That's the end. That's okay. The issue page still very syllables. So we get CRD and diesel, and I think we used CRD in over here. Where do I check this? It's a library, it's a framework. Or did we omit it and so we don't need that? Where do I find this actually? CRD, I see. Where is the date on this? No, okay, it's here, I suppose. So why do we need CRD? To deserialize data structures efficiently and generically. Mm-hmm. The following is a partial list of data formats that have been implemented by force or by the community. So we've got Tomo, and GBuses. Bazel, like NixOS Bazel. Alright. I'm confused. What did I? So what am I looking at? I think we've got signatures. It must be somewhere. I'll be right that. No, it's a CD variant. Do we use this rate? Where is the thing? Is there... Where is the rest of it? So, dependencies. Get fancy regex, lazy static, this error, validator, secrecy, service, aggregation. Don't care. Okay, let's again. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck it. The community people. What are they talking about here? Okay. But who wanted to do something special in 2001? In 2021? Blah 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 blah. So long, so long. Okay, cool. Now is it beginning to rain? Attends, attends, attends. Okay. I think il reste... There is a connection. Let's everybody let's get on Twitch at the same moment. I'm gonna put this on mute. Oh, it is. That's new. It's a bird. Okay. I get this in there. So WebAssembly with Rust. WebAssembly provides a way to run code written in multiple languages. on web browsers at near native speed using standard hardware capabilities. The last capability with WASM extends the benefits of speed, safety, and low-level control to front end. Ah! Okay. It's not great. I need to move my head from the space. Where is my mini-me? Did I mini-me? Voilà. I'm reading, I'm thinking. Concurrency! With its advanced concurrency features, Rust can handle multi-threaded tasks commonly encountered in embedded systems. So it's not parallel, it's concurrent. It's one after the other. Oh, one box after the other box in the same file or directory or something. Putting each other in the same project at least. Because when you work parallel, does it mean you can pick things from another project entirely? Well, I see that probably later in my life. Specialized crates for embedded. So with WebAssembly, you can create automation for mail focus or stuff like that. No, give it a word. Like, you know, if you want to look like 7,000 times bigger. How long again? 2 hours and 4 minutes. So, cross-platform development. Cross-platform development has been a critical concern in the software industry for decades. Whether you're developing a system-level application, device drivers, or user-facing software, the ability to target multiple platforms can significantly broaden your user base. First, inherent design choices makes it attractive for such development. Paradigms. Below, we'll explore the key features that makes Rust a strong contender for cross-platform development. They do speak well. This is beautiful. I want to change. I want to. That's okay. So, platform independence. One of Rust's foundational philosophies is platform independence. This is facilitated through its standard libraries and APIs, which are built to abstract away most of the underlying platform-specific implementation. Standard libraries and APIs. Standard libraries provided in a unified way of accessing essential functionalities such as file input, output, tagging, and networking. Provide a unified way of accessing. We mean unified. Why? By using these standards, API developers can write operational code across Windows, macOS, and various Linux distribution without passing over the nuances of each operating system. Runtime dependencies. Language like Java and Python rely on a runtime or virtual machine to execute code, requiring we've got a chatter, I think. I need to click on the thing. Hello, the one and only true. Woo, that's a lot of letters. Who's that? I'm not sure I've seen you before. I'm doing okay. I'm just reading the Linux Foundation training portal about Rust and what's the most important things to know about this. Nice. That's nice, isn't it? How's your day going? What's your program for the day, evening, or whatever? Yeah, you are awesome, I'm sure. Just install Linux. I'm proud of you. Your life will change now. Well, now you can do things yourself. Which one did you choose? Nobara. Wow. Nobara. I never heard of this. That's a very fun name. I like it. It's a gaming distro, really? Wow. I need to check this. Was it made by a game developer? Is it Japanese? Yep. Nobara Linux. Yeah, I suppose you're right, yeah. And why did you choose this? Because it's looking so great and like neon lights and all. Tell me. It sets up everything for game. Ah, like do you have like Steam installed right away? Do you have like stream on call? What do you have? That's obvious. NVIDIA drivers, really? You don't have to install it yourself anyway? How can it be installed? Because yeah, of course it can install it. That's cool. That's practical if you don't wanna waste time to invest yourself. So I hope you enjoy your new distro. Do you play what game do you play? Like racing, survival, logic. I never tried gaming in on Linux. I'm only playing. Wow, it's been so long I haven't played on like PlayStation or stuff. But my phone is my game platform. I'm about to play some Horizon Zero Dawn. Dawn. Cool. Yeah, I think I heard of this one, but I never looked it up. I don't know what is it. So do you have to think to play this game? Or do you have to click on buttons and things appear on the screen and you think and you feel like you're rich, or you have to have a goal to reach? May I ask if you are a programmer? Or you can ask all you want, but I don't think I am. I'm just reading stuff about programming. Because I haven't programmed anything much. But yeah, that's my main goal in life, because this is the only way I can have an impact in this society, in my understanding. So, I wish you the best too. Have fun, whatever you're doing with your life. You can share if you want. It's free to talk. Standalone executable. The final product is usually a standalone executable. The absence of a runtime reduces the size of the deliverable and limits the need to install additional settings. Yeah, but when you create the runtime, where do you compare it? That's something I want to get. How do you compartmentalize this in your head now? Using boats. EPF. What is BPF already? Shared. Shared what? See group names and all, like what is it? Let's finish to read the thing. We will get some. Undefined behavior can be a significant stumbling block in cross-platform development. What may work on one platform due to some compiler optimization could completely fail on another. Why do you put this in here? Key features for cross-platform development. So how do you highlight this specific behavior in a project that could fail in another project? How do you tell someone it's undefined? Maybe you just write undefined and then the name of your function or something. It's usually simple like that. You look so I don't know. We'll see. Memory safety and strict compiler checks. Rest emphasis on memory safety and rigorous compiler checks projects against undefined behavior. When code compiles successfully in Rust, it is guaranteed to be devoid of a broad class of bugs that can result in an undefined behavior. This offers a predictable and consistent performance across multiple platforms. Yeah, but why is this here if it's if it's bit? Is it like they put this for the all of the language existing, or what the fuck? Rust inherent design choices make it attractive to such a big parties. Below, we'll explore the key features that make Rust a strong contender for cross-platform development. So, you must have a way to highlight the undefined layer. If you put this here and then you say this here. But I don't know how. So, yeah. Cross-compilation. Developer often needs to target multiple platforms, which traditionally would require maintaining several separate development. Cargo support for cross-compilation. As package manager and build tool Cargo simplifies this process by providing robust support for cross-compilation. Simple configuration changes allow you to develop your project for different targets from your primary development environment. By combining platform abstraction, zero runtime dependency, stringent checks, what do you say this word? Stringent checks against undefined behavior and versatile build tools. Rust sets a new standard for cross-platform development. Its holistic approach ensures you can focus on implementing features rather than wrestling with platform-specific quirks. Cool. Like 2 hours enough to do this. I mean, I had some amazing people in the chat, so that's okay. Oh. Chapter overview as we transition from understanding rest of the overarching feature of creating actual code, we must familiarize ourselves with the language essentials element. The foundation of any programming language lies in its syntax and in the fundamental construct it provides. These include keywords, basic structures, and cover aspects, like lifetimes, which are unique to Rust. Let's break down this rudimentary component before writing our first Hello World program. syntax tokens. Overview. So Rust is a free-form language, meaning white space separates different elements or tokens in the code. Understanding these tokens is crucial for writing and interpreting Rust programs. You can always refer to the official Rust language reference for an in-depth understanding. Type of tokens. So there is 6 kinds of tokens: keywords, identifiers, literals, lifetimes, punctuation, delimiters. So keywords fall into 3 categories: strict, reserved, weak. These are strict. These are the backbone of Rust syntax. They dictate how the fundamental building blocks like loops, conditions, and functions are defined. For example, fn is used to define function, that's for declaring variable, and loop for infinite loops. Misusing this keyword will result in compiling time errors. Reserved keyword. While these words don't serve any purpose yet, they are reserved for future language expansions. Using them as an identifier will result in compiling errors, compilation errors, ensuring that future versions of Rust will not break existing code bases. Weak keywords. These have a particular function, but only under certain circumstances. For example, self is a weak keyword that refers to the instance on which a method is invoked. But it has no special meaning outside that context. So yeah, you use self a lot in Rust. Huh? It's not because something is weak that you cannot use it or should not. Huh? You know, best precise this. Huh? Yeah. Identifiers are the customizable. Identifiers are the customizable part of your code. You define what a variable or function is called and then use that name to refer to it throughout your code. Following naming conventions and keeping names descriptive can significantly improve the readability and maintainability of your code. Literals. So literals let you embed simple values directly into your code. They are immutable and offer performance advantages because they are evaluated simultaneously. Rust supports a range of literals, including linear types, 42 floats, 3 like the pi, text, with characters like A, or let's call that a string because this is hello. Can I call this as, yeah, I don't know. And most complex ones like array and tuple literals, like the array because there is a bracket, and tuples because there is a number and a character. I suppose, because you mix in types, you call that a tuple. Is that it? Is it something you can really do, like in put an array in a function, and then a tuple? Won't that result in an error? Maybe you can. I do not know. Wow. Stop. Il est 8h40. Lifetimes are perhaps one of the most common breaking features in Rust. Unlike garbage collected or reference counted languages, Rust uses lifetimes to manage memory safely at compile time. Understanding lifetimes is crucial for mastering Rust, as it ensures that references don't outlive the data they bind to, avoiding dangling references. Yep, okay. Characters like semicolon, colon, and others serve to structure your code. For example, semicolon are used to terminate statements, and colons are used to specify types. Statements, specify type. This may seem trivial, but they are critical in syntactically correcting the code. Okay, now delimiters. They are not just symbols, but symbols that work in pairs. They define scopes and sequences as the punctuation marks of coding. Ah, okay. These are delimiters. Okay, I was expecting something much different. I think. Yeah, this makes very much sense en fait. Everything between the curly braces is separate scope. Variables declared inside are not accessible outside this block. Square brackets used in array declaration and for array indexing. For example, let array 1, 2, 3 declare an array and R0 will access the first element. Parentheses. These are used in function declaration in calls to encapsulate parameters and arguments. They are also used to clarify the order of operations in mathematical expressions. Encapsulate. That's the word. Understanding these elements deeply is akin to mastering the brush strokes for a painting. Each one may seem insignificant on its own, but together they create a work of art. As we move to more complex examples, these foundational elements will become second nature, allowing you to focus on solving problems rather than wrestling with syntax. Amazing. Wow. I'm just like over a 12-hour work today. Starting with a simple Hello World program is a time-honored tradition in learning any new programming language. In Rust, even this most straightforward of programs gives us a glimpse into the language's structure, syntax, and conventions. Let's dissect the code to understand its element better. My knee is cold. Begin with function main and an opening curly braces. Function print message to the standard out. Unclose the parentheses and dead with a semicolon. Print line hello, open source world, close the main function. Click to expand each box and learn more about the critical component of this program. This is really like... So this is like powerfully. I don't think I say this correctly. Function main signifies the primary function where execution begins. The keyword function stands for function and main is a function name. Wow! Curly braces. This defines the scope of the main function. All Rust functions have an opening and a closing to delineate their boundaries. Standard output print line with an exclamation point is a macro that prints text to the standard output, typically your terminal or command prompt. The text to be printed is enclosed in double quotes. Semicolon in Rust. A semicolon is used to signify the end of an expression that has an effect. It's the equivalent of a full stop in a sentence. The // syntax initiating a line command within the line. The same line is ignored by the Rust compiler. This is great for adding short explanations. on autre donc ça du code. This simple example already incorporates several elements you'll see repeatedly in REST functions, scope, standard output, semicolon, and comments, making it a macro-coops. The more extensive programs you'll soon be writing. Speaking of comments, REST support two primary types, line comments and block comments. As we saw, line comments are start with // and go until the end of the line. Block comments, on the other hand, start with /equal star wildcard and end with wildcard slash. They can span multiple lines and no comment out. Check up the code or write longer explanation. Yeah. For more detailed explanation. This last one, oh fuck, it's the last one after I'm done because it's late. Basic REST examples. Factorial calculation. As you advance in your REST journey, you'll find the need to go beyond simple hello world. To go beyond simple hello world examples and delve into more complicated logic. One classic introductory problem in computer science is calculating the factorial of a number. The factorial of a number n is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to n. It's a problem that naturally lends itself to a recursive solution, making it an excellent exercise to understand function definition, recursions, type annotations, and more in REST. Here's the annotation code for calculating the factorial of a number. So, annotated basic REST example factorial calculation. Define a function to calculate the factorial of a number. So here's a function factorial and the statement for the integer of 64 and it's calling integer 64 so we can use it or something like that. I don't know exactly how to express this, but okay. Base case, if n is 0 or 1, the factorial is 1. If n is equal to 0 or n is equal to 1, the function is 1. Else, recursive case, recalculate factorial by calling the function recursively. N times factorials of n minus 1. I need real numbers, but okay. F main defines the number for which we want to calculate. Well, not even numbers, you could put words on it, works too. But no, it's you. Or whatever, that's fine. Define the number for which we want to calculate the factorial. Let num, and that's a statement. equal 5. Call the factorial function and store the result. Let result equal factorial num. Call this factorial function and store the result. Let result equal factorial num. Yeah, well, you wrote it. Because num is this, and the result of this is this. And the result was console, print line with the string factorial of the function is a function which is name and result. Component. Oh la la. Okay, so it's explained. So the function factorial syntax defines a function named factorial that takes one argument and of type unsigned 64-bit integer and returns a value of the same type. Inside the function, we specify the base case for n equals 0 and n equals 1. Mathematics 0. Fuck. Does this mean absolute? I forgot what that is. Absolute 0 equal 1 and absolute 1 equal 1. Our function returns 1 for these cases. What is it? I forgot this one. How do you say? Ça ne répond pas à la question. Is the product of all positive integers less than or equal to? This might seem counterintuitive at first, but it's aligned with the product definition of factorialism. And there are no positive integers less than equal less than or equal to 0 to multiply, the product is considered to be 1. Mathematically, it's a special case in several as this case for the accuracy definition of factorial. So when you encounter 0 exclamation, you can simply say 0 factorial is equal to 1. Yes, okay. Okay, I'm almost done. We employ recursions for values of n greater than 1. Here we initialize variable num of type 64.5. This is number with factorial we have. To calculate function call, we invoke a factorial function with num as an argument and store the result in a variable called result. We output calculated factorial to the console using the print line macro, interpolating the value of a num and resulting to that string. Amazing. La la la. This for another day. Because it's been 3 hours I'm at it. And I'm done. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for participating. Thank you for existing. I hope you take care of yourself, anyone watching, everyone watching. Really. And voila. Drink water. Water is life. And keep being amazing. Be good to yourself and to others. Say something nice to someone today. Be nice, just simply be nice. Is a person you would like to meet. You know, simple things in life. Where is my end button? Okay. Have a good night.